So this is my 1954 Steyr. You might recall a previous video, right now it was at this side. I drilled out those little sheared off rivets there to put the chassis plate back on, the serial number and all that. Still needs a good bit more work. The water pump there, I just cleaned that off there earlier on, and still needs a good bit more work though. And this here is all sheared off. That's the adjuster for the dynamo. I'm going to have to do something with that too. Anyhow, yeah, the dodgy wiring continues. That's all the headlight wiring there. All cut apart and torn asunder. To finish off the steering on it too. New steering arm has to go onto that there because to put new ball joints on it. That's a new castle nut I made for that there. I put new steering pins in it too, or king pins, whatever you want to call them, and new bearings in the hub there. All that's all new as well. New axle pin and new bushings throughout there too. That's the other new kingpin on this side. Strangely, the original nut fitted for that there. I didn't have to make a new one for that side. I have the brakes all finished on it. Still have to finish off the brake switch there for the brake lights. To make a new ratchet pawl there for the handbrake. The dashboard there needs all rewiring as well. Look at that, it's all in bits. Around the back then isn't too bad. It's all painted before obviously, but I had some dodgy looking welds there on the hitch, so I'll probably end up having to make a new one of those eventually. I've all the axle seals done in the back of it there too. And the hydraulics are all working okay though. Didn't have to do anything with that. So yeah, today's mission anyway is to get this water pump back on. And yeah, all those studs need cleaning up and that. This is where the water pump goes. So I took off the old one previously there because it was all leaking and all that, but the bearings and everything were gone in it, so just easier, faster, and probably better to just get a new one for it. So I'm just cleaning off all of this here before we put on the new gasket. That stud is after coming out there a little bit. Might have to see about tightening that in. It's all old gasket sealer, gasket compound. Yeah. Yeah, that's not too bad. Clean off those threads a little bit. That one there seems to be much further in than the rest. I might have to get some stud remover tools and see if they'll shift. No, it's not too bad. I could do it with a new wire brush. Yeah, I think I'll go and get the stud removers and see if they'll shift. Where's my ratchet? Where did I put the ratchet? Where did I put it? Yeah, maybe these are all right now. This one I'm a bit suspicious about because it's out a few threads. I don't see any threads on these two. But there's something weird going on there. So anyway, let's see if this will bring them out. Kind of catch them there like that. Usually, maybe this one might be a bit big. I'll try the next one down. No, it's too small. Smaller again. Maybe this is the one. No, must be this one. Oh, it's already loose. That's why I didn't catch. And there's a very short thread on that. Very short. So I'll give that one the benefit of the doubt that it's okay. You know, put on that on there. See, it tightens up there already. So you just put this ratchet on. They'll tighten anyway when I'm putting the nuts on for the water pump. Now, try it again on this one. It's tightened already. Turn the ratchet over. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming out. But again, I'd say that's okay. I'm just seeing one or two threads emerging there now, so it's gone in all the way from before. So I'm not going to take it out any further. Now, again, that'll tighten when I'm putting the nut on anyway, because it's going the same direction. It's this one at the bottom here now I'm more curious about, because you can see a couple of threads there sticking out. And yeah, you'd imagine it should be gone all the way in. It'll come out as well. Yeah, there seems to be a bit of something funny going on there with that. I might just clean it off and put it back in. I wonder how deep is the thread there. Yeah, so it should be gone in all the way. It should have been. I wonder, is there any kind of stuff inside there needs to come out? Oh yeah, there's some kind of stuff in there, all right. Feels like silicone or something. Yep. Yeah. That shouldn't be in there. Yeah. Just tidy up these threads a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Happier now to have checked those. Now, that's better, look, no threads exposed there now. So it's definitely gone in all the way. Good. That's a good job now. So yeah, these are the stud removers. I have a set of 4 of them there. So yeah, they're handy. So getting back to this now again today. I have those studs there cleaned up, but I was just looking at the old pump. This is the old pump that came off of it. Obviously this has been off before because it's all silicone and that RTV stuff, which didn't exist back when this tractor was built. So someone's been in here before. Look at that stuff, you know, lots of different colours of it, so there's been more than one fella in here. But anyway, this goes together like this, somehow like that. But I just noticed there that the thickness of the pump housing is thicker on this side than it is on that side. But yet this stud is longer than that one. So I prefer the longer stud to be at the thicker shoulder. So I'm going to swap these studs over because I think whoever was in here last had them off and put them back in the wrong place. So I'm going to get my set of stud removers here again. I think that's the one that fitted it, or was it the smaller one? No, this one. So try and get these out. Kind of have to spin these kind of fast to make them catch. Maybe it was the other one, was it? That one feels a bit. Let me try this one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So you kind of have to kind of flick them to make the jaws come out and catch on the stud. So there it is. Got it now. Now they'll unscrew. Kind of need to keep the jaws tight on the stud the whole time there. Now it's nearly out. That's it. Yeah, I think they're definitely in the wrong place. Now, yeah, so we'll put this one in that side. Where I'm going to put some WD-40 on that just for good measure. Now, this one that side. That'll definitely look better now. Yeah, that's the way it should have been. Now let's just fit the old pump to it just to see how it shapes up. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. Yeah. This is the new pump I have for it. That's the original hose though. I'm going to take that off because since I assembled the pump, I got all new hoses for it. That's the old thermostat. It's an ancient kind of a thing. And it might be okay. I probably should have tested it first. But anyhow, I got a new one for it there. I don't want to be repeating these jobs once I have it on it. That's the old one that came off of it. Because the bearings are all gone on it and everything, and it was leaking too. So that's the new gasket I have for it. And all the new hoses to go each side of the stat. And the little return pipe there. So that's next on the list. Next thing to be done, and we'll tackle that next now. Now I'm going to put a tiny bit of this RTV on here, just bed the seal into it, the gasket into it, if it will come out of it. Oh yeah, here it comes. Just a tiny little bit now because I hate seeing this stuff oozing out because it gets into places it shouldn't be. Like we saw earlier when I got in behind one of those studs there. Now, I'll just go around this little fella here. Now, put the gasket onto that now. And here's a new one I got. Now, this little bypass hole has to be at the bottom to match up with that. How come that doesn't really... There we go. Now, no, that hole is a bit smaller now than what's in the casting. Let me just look at the pump. Yeah, that's a big enough hole too. I wonder if I should make that a bit bigger. Hang on a sec, I'm going to make that hole a bit bigger just to match the casting. Now, I'm after finding the punches there, but while I was searching for them, I'm after having a kind of a change of mind how I'm going to do this. See, if I use the punch there now, there's no guarantee I'm going to get that on centre with what's in the casting. Do you know, and I don't end up taking too much off of it. Although I suppose I could look at it that way. Could look at it down the barrel of the punch. These are punches that are meant to be used for working with leather. There's a whole set of them there. But anyway, they'll be good enough for this. I think what I'll try instead is putting it on it. And I'm going to take that RTV off of it again because I don't want the gasket sticking to it just yet. And see how we're going to get around this. It's not exactly a problem or anything, but I just want to have it right because I don't want to be taking this gasket off again. Now, chance that. See what happens when I put this on. Wrong way around, that way. Yeah. Like that. It's tight enough on it. Yeah, it's out by a good bit. Let me see, can I get you around there? It's hard to kind of see in there, but that hole is much smaller than the hole that's in the casting. Now, let me just get a screwdriver and see what's inside in that. Yeah, it's in line with it and all. I think I will just try the punch and be done with it. The way the old guys used to do it was with a hammer. They used to put a hammer to it like that. Now there's a smaller ball peen hammer someplace, but of course I can't find it. But they put it like that and then tap the hammer. In fact, I'll just try it now. And you kind of get an impression there of the sides of the hole in the gasket, but of course the hammer is too big, it won't let it in. And they used to make gaskets with cork. That's the way they used to do it, but I'm going to take that off and try it with the punch anyway, if it's not already stuck to it. No, okay. Yeah. It's really tight on it now. Yeah. Now, that seems to be close enough. Now, I will see how this will go. I get a block of timber now to put under that. I'm going to go to one smaller first. This is a whole set of punches like that. They're meant for working with leather. That seems to be the closest one, but I'm going to just go one smaller than what I need for now and just see how it looks. And centre it under it there like that. Yeah, just going to keep it in a tiny bit. I think that timber is given away underneath it. I'm going to do it without the timber. Might get a better cut. Now, of course, you're supposed to use the proper driver and all that for this, but that's the job. Look at that. So I'll show you the bit that Yeah. So I took that much off it. So it should be a better fit for it now. Now, let's see how it looks now. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yep, much better. So I'll put back on the RTV now. And hopefully we can get this job finished today. Where did I put it? Oh yeah. Just give it a bit of a wipe down there. Now off we go again. Just a tiny little bit there like that. A bit around the edge there. Now, just like that. Yeah, it's better. Now, starting to tighten up there now. Now, go around on the others. Oh, something just dawned on me there now. Something just dawned on me. I think I'm after making a mistake here. I'm looking here at the tensioner for the dynamo, but that all fell apart when I was dismantling it because someone welded it before. But that should be on that stud as well, which means now the stud is too short. So they were right all the time. I needed to change them at all. Because this eye has to go in on the stud and then the nut after it. Oh no. Right. That shouldn't take long. Right, we'll be back in a minute when I have them swapped over. So, now, it should slide in there like that. There we go. That's better. So now, this little guy, which I have to fix, which should be going in there. Should be going in there like that, onto the tensioner. That goes in on that. Yeah, that's where it should be. Perfect. Because I nearly forgot that now. I could have ruined the gasket if that stuff had cured before I got it off. Now, is that one on? I'm not. What will I do here now? I think I'll just put the nut on it for now because I have to. That's what should be going in first, but it's broken off, so I have to fix that. But I'll just put the nut on it now so that the RTV or the gasket sealer stuff can cure where I want it to be. I'm going to put some WD on that just to help it along because it's kind of dry. This is going to take forever. I'm going to save you all the time watching this. Back in a minute. Now, that's all tightened up there now. So I think I'll leave that there for now, for the time being. The next job I have to do next is fix that. Because that was somehow welded on there like that, which was terrible, like, you know, but it sheared off, of course, as it does. And that's meant to be fitted in on that water pump stud there, so that you can adjust the tension on the fan belt. So I think I'll go down to the lathe and see what we can do with that. Maybe peel off all that weld and stuff and see what's under it. And but for now at least there's a new water pump on it and it looks good. And not too much of that stuff oozed out, so it's good too. I hate that when that happens. New water pipes to go onto it there. New hoses for the whole lot of it. That's the new thermostat like I showed you earlier. And yeah, I think it's a good place to stop there now, and we'll tackle this thing next, because this has to go on. Well, all the water pipes have to go on before the fan belt goes on. So I might get a new one of those in town later. This one's seen better days, but will do for now. Right, okay.